I recently visited an abbey called Our Lady of Guadalupe in Pecos, New Mexico, which is way up in the mountains, maybe 9,000 feet up. And as I was walking through the halls, I found this beautiful mural, that depicted Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Virgin Mary. And it depicted all of these stories that people have had with visions of the Holy Mother. I just really wanted to take a picture, but they wouldn't let any photos, so I can only hold it in my memory. And then I went outside, I walked around the Abbey, and there was this big forest, and there was this little path, so I started walking in this path, and I stopped and I just listened. I closed my eyes and I listened. I could hear the wind in the trees, and very little else. It was absolutely so quiet. And it made me realize how all of us are just bombarded with a certain amount of noise every day. Even in our homes, we don't have silence. Maybe when we're sleeping we do, but otherwise everything's going on all the time, it seems. And then I looked up at the sky and the clouds, I felt like I could just touch them. They were so close. And I just felt cozy. I felt, I don't know, like a sacred space. And I felt all the vibrations of prayer that have gone down this little path or around for years. It still lingers, and we still get affected. We get affected by vibration. So when we're visiting a holy place, a church, a synagogue, a temple, a mosque, whatever it is, we can actually feel the vibration of mankind raising their vibration and praying to the divine universe, God. And it can be very uplifting. And I believe that in our life, we need to feel uplifted every day. And especially what we've gone through as widows, where we've been knocked off our feet and death is sort of, came and stared us in the face and took away our beloved. So when I visited this place, I felt the life and death was okay. And I felt close to God, and I felt like my soul was caressed. And this is what I wanted to share with you, that I believe the purpose of life is to uplift ourselves and uplift others. And if we could just take a moment every day to close our eyes, we're not all up in the mountains every day, to close our eyes, turn off everything, all the noise, and just focus on your breath, just for maybe a minute. Get a timer. Inhale, it's through the navel, so your navel expands like a balloon, and exhale, long, slow, deep breaths. It kind of connects the soul and the divine, because through the breath, we are connected to God. When the breath goes, the body drops, and the soul gets carried with the subtle body to the upper ethers. It's the breath that keeps us in this. It's the breath that's given to us each moment from the infinite. And when we just focus on that, just for a few minutes, it's like a soft blanket around us. And our innate realization that we are part of God and God is part of us creates a feeling of belonging and a feeling of coziness and a feeling of upliftment. And this is our power as humans. Hu means light. Human means the mind of light. Being means the present. So the light of the mind in the present is what a human being is. And it is all that other clutter that is a whole other, that could fill up a big Titanic, that is kind of like a filter. It prevents us from that simpleness. So I just wanted to suggest to take a few moments every day, breathe, eyes closed, no sound, hear your breath, and know that God and you and God are one. Have a great and full day. Bye-bye.